So, hello everyone. I'm sorry. I'm laughing before I say hi. So last episode, we gave a little bit of a hint on this week's episode on
Yes, we
how
did.
we definitely go off the beat, the trail. All right.
Yeah,
So our
yeah.
trail, our trail's going. We take the scenic route a lot. So,
If we had guardrails, they'd be banged
yeah,
up.
yeah. But this week we're rolling the dice big time. So I'm going to give you a hint what this week's topic is about, okay? And it starts like this. There you go. Now, most of you are probably thinking, oh, they're going to do a Seinfeld episode. Not exactly. Well, I
No.
shouldn't say not exactly. No, it's not a Seinfeld episode. No,
Could
we're
wind up
doing the
there.
show. Yeah, well, we will eventually, probably.
Yeah.
No, we're doing the show. We're just winging it. We're doing it about nothing. We have no topic. We have no script. We have no notes. You guys are either going to bail out 10 minutes in and say that was the worst idea you ever came up with, or sit by and laugh and go along for the ride with us. So we'll see.
Yeah. So, like one of the comedians said, I'm sorry what I have done for what I may say, and I'm going to go to my room and think about it for a while.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeff
There you go.
Foxworthy, right?
Sums it up right there. No, I figured, you know what? I mean, when you go and you go out with somebody, okay, so we meet at the bar, we meet at the restaurant, whatever. Come over to the house, sit out back. We don't have topics. We don't have
Yeah, right.
so today's
Well,
topic, Rick, we're going to discuss Rocky 2. Like, I mean, we don't have that. We just start chatting away.
That's right. Well, can I start with something?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I have nothing to start with, so go ahead.
Okay. So this is actually something I've noticed. Okay. Going back and watching our episodes and whatnot, I've noticed, and Deb has brought this to my attention, is although my last name doesn't say Italian, my hands do. They are just flying all over. I'm watching the show and I'm like, my God, if I was to tie my hands behind my back, I'd probably just shut up. Because I can't stop.
That's the old thing, actually I have the Italian
There
flag
you go. There you go.
Stallone shirt on, but I am all Italian, and trust me, it's this is how you keep us quiet.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. I mean, Grandma and Grandpa came from Sicily, so there's a lot of that in me. I'm watching.
So you are part Italian then?
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
So it's there. It runs deep in the blood, and I'd probably say 100% in the hands.
I truly believe, like when Rocky came out, it was almost like Italians finally had a hero to look forward to. It's like every Italian out there was like, Rocky, he's here.
Yeah, he's our guy.
Our idol. I mean,
he's our guy.
The Italian stallion. Oh my God, it was just like, it's crazy. But I mean, it's just like any other culture and heritage. They're a very proud group of people. They're very family oriented. Very passionate about what they do.
Right.
Sums up why Rocky is the way he is. So,
did you grow up having the Sunday afternoon dinners at 1 o'clock with like mounds and mounds of food?
Well, yeah, that's going without saying. I mean, anything that was done, it was always enough food to serve like 10 times the amount of people that were there.
Yeah. The joke was to Grandma, I was like, are you inviting the neighborhood?
Yeah. Yeah, but we did. I mean, that's the one thing my wife and I talk about with our girls. It's so different now later on in the years, because it used to be a lot of family lived geographically very close to each other.
Oh, absolutely.
And, we used to hop to each of the houses. So my dad has 2 sisters. We were very, very close to my father's side of the family, more so than my mother's side. And we frequented, my grandparents lived in a very small apartment. So we went to the houses, my house, which my dad was the oldest, and then my aunt's house, and then my other aunt's house, because they were bigger and could accommodate more people.
Right, right.
But yeah, I mean, my grandmother would come over and she'd be in the kitchen all day,
Oh yeah.
cooking
Yep.
some of the best food you ever had.
Oh,
Come on, I don't
God.
keep this girlish figure for nothing. It's
Yeah,
like,
I know, right? And grandma was well, I grew up, my grandparents lived right next door to me. We lived on a big farm. And
uh,
you know, one plate of spaghetti was never enough,
no,
and you don't leave until, you finish, you clean your plate, and you're
no,
just getting
that was the thing. You wind up, you grew and you kind of accepted the fact that you had to say yes to whatever food was being offered eventually. I
right.
mean, if they wanted to get information, forget waterboarding. Send an Italian grandma to somebody, and they'll get. Trust me, they will
Yep,
get information out of that person. They'll
yep,
nag them to death, and they'll force them to eat. We finally, yeah, Graham, give me that. I'm good. Even if you didn't
yep.
eat it, she had to make and put on. She could not do it until it was done.
Oh, I know.
Um, it's funny. That's yeah. So,
I'll
and
tell you what you want to know. Please stop feeding me.
yeah, stop. All right, I don't want any more spaghetti. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not light food either by any means. So
No.
it's and
Good
everybody
stuff.
has their own traditions and stuff, and but we try to do ours with the girls because Gina cooks very well. She cooks Italian food very well. I cook everything else well. So
Okay.
anything else besides Italian food, that's her. So and we try to keep the same traditions for the family when they come over.
Well,
So
that's good.
or
That's
try
really
to
good.
anyway.
Yeah. I can cook one hell of a bowl of Captain Crunch.
With a side of toast. No, I don't cook too bad. But like I said, it's not. I mean, I can make Italian food. I just don't make it as good as she does. She makes
Yeah.
it much better.
Yeah.
So I would see. That's a good question we should have asked last week. I wonder what Sly's favorite like old Italian meal is.
Oh. Oh.
Especially him growing up with that Italian family.
Right, right.
Would love to know. I'm a
Oh,
traditionalist. I'm a
you know
spaghettis and
what?
meatball guy.
Yeah, true, true. Did you ever have like the brush all put in the sauce?
Yeah. Oh, you have to. Yeah. You
Oh,
got to put all. Oh, you got to put the pork, the beef.
yes.
You
I
go
mean,
through a loaf of bread while they're making it.
I know, right?
You walking by, you dip the bread in.
Yeah, yeah. At dinner time, I'm full. What?
There was no full, that's for sure.
So
And
here
the
is
funny part is, like, I think I've seen my grandmother eat like 3 times in her entire life. Like
right.
she was more cooking and serving and cleaning, and
Yep.
she was like a 4'9" machine. I mean, she was
Yes. Yeah, little Terminator type machines.
amazing.
So you know
Amazing.
what? I did think of something from last week's questions. There was one I was kind of like on the fence about asking, but um, so you know how you see the stuff like on the I don't want to say the National Enquirer or these rumor
Yeah, like the
mills,
gossip magazines. Yeah,
gossip magazines or whatever on the Instagram. So I
yeah.
come across one that said see Sylvester Stallone's abandoned mansion and
I
cars.
saw that.
I'm like,
It's so
is
funny
this
you saw that.
real? Is this not real? I mean,
I don't know. I
you
saw
know,
that. The license plate had like Sly 1, Sly
yeah.
2.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, if this is real, where is it? Because I'm going,
Yeah, I want one of the license plates. I'll take
and
a
I'll meet
car.
you there. Yeah, and we'll tow those things out.
I don't know where it was, but it's so funny. I saw that same video,
Did you?
and
Okay.
I would assume but it doesn't mean he abandoned it. I mean, obviously the cars were abandoned, but I don't know. I don't know. That's weird.
It kind of struck me like, well, yeah, I'd like to grab the license plate or maybe even that Corvette that the license plate's on. you know,
Did it? It didn't say where it was.
it did not. The posted or whatever I saw, you know, because I'd find my way there.
I'm trying to see now. Let's see here. It says abandoned abandoned home. That's a video. We can't watch that. Whoop, shut up.
But
Are
it,
these
but
Sly Stallone's abandoned cars and houses? Urban explorers happened upon fancy cars that some believe belong to the Rocky Star. A video circulating on social media shows an abandoned vintage vehicle and home that belonged to the U.S. actor Sylvester Stallone. Since 2021, it's been shown with the luxury vehicles. having the license plate Sly 1, so forth. It's a brick home. The man shooting the video demonstrates that most of the cars were unlocked and abandoned. House has no electricity, rotting wood. Unable to pinpoint exactly where the video is shot. Some of the cars in the video appear to have a Washington, D.C. and a Maryland license plate.
No, okay. Well, he grew up. He spent some of his life in Maryland.
Because some of that, we reached out to the motor vehicle bureaus of both jurisdictions, asking whether they would be able to identify the owner of the vehicles. The one person in the email said the car with the Maryland plates is registered to someone in Maryland, but it is not Sylvester Stallone. And we're still waiting for the response on the DC plates.
Okay.
It has Sly 2, and Sly 3. Mercedes, a rare Clenet, and some internet pointed out that the fact that Stallone grew up in a brick house in Silver Springs, Maryland. The brick house is visible in the background of the video.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, although it's true, Stallone's family lived in a brick home in Maryland when he was young, it seems unlikely to us that this video was taken at that location. Google Maps shows no sign, overgrown yard. So I guess basically the long and short of it is they don't know. I guess they're assuming because it says Sly and Sly 2.
Okay.
I mean, I would think, and having very briefly dabbled in real estate, you can run a search of who owned the property. That I know for a fact.
Okay.
I did it on my old house. I ran it to see, everything was proper. I mean, that showed what happened to it after I sold it, so forth, so on. So I would think, why couldn't you just run that report? Now, granted, not anybody can do it, but I'm sure somebody always knows somebody that either knows somebody or whatever that's a realtor. So I mean, it's like you're going to say, hey, look up this address. Who's the owner? So I don't know. I guess I would have to lean towards it's probably not.
Okay.
But I don't know. But I did. That's so funny you said that. I did see the same exact thing.
It's just so interesting, the stuff comes out of nowhere. Because who was it? Who was the singer who just bought his mansion in L.A.?
The
Adele.
Adele, yeah,
Adele, and she's like, "I'm not buying it unless you leave the statue." I mean, that's a hell of a concession for
Well, it's not the statue replica that's in Philly. It's the other one by the pool.
Right. Which
Yeah.
I'd love to have that one too, but
yeah, it's the one where he has the one arm up and he's kind of has the other arm almost like a Superman pose.
Right.
I mean, it's still awesome. Don't get me wrong, but But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's that's the thing about the internet. The internet became what it was, and now social media is becoming what it is. And it's like you almost don't know who or what to believe at all anymore.
True.
And even I used to hold the old adage, "Oh, if I see it with my own two eyes, it must be true." Not in video. I see it in person with my two eyes. That's a different story.
Right.
But in video, they have so many CGI and AI and AEIOU and whatever they got. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't trust anything I see anymore.
Well, that's why I completely stopped watching the news. And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but I will.
Yeah, definitely don't get that off ramp. Come right back on.
But I will say is that no matter what channel it is you watch, and I don't care which one it is, and it might even not be the news, it could just be a talk show. They could take 3 seconds out of our conversation.
Oh yeah.
Any, words that were mentioned or whatever, and just put it, extract that, put it here,
splice it together however they want, and make it a whole different conversation.
Yes. So that's why like you said, if I don't see it, I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with any of these celebrities. It's like I could understand their frustration. That's why half the time they don't say anything. They wonder why they get a little I don't know the word I'm looking for, toward angry towards the paparazzi or towards these guys. But I mean, it's the sad fact is, okay, Sly goes out in public and there's 25 people with cameras running around them. There's however many people with pictures to sign. 9 out of 10 of the people with pictures are trying to sell them on eBay. They're not even
Right.
fans.
Right.
It's like it's got to be rough. It's got to be, it's sad. I mean, then you got a true fan that's out there that wants to meet him and get a picture, and he can't even get near the guy because of that, or because he's just like bolting to his car because he doesn't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he's had that life for a very long time, so he knows how to handle it. But I mean, I couldn't do it.
That's tough, and that's kind of like goes hand in hand with these concerts that are being held, where like Ticketmaster and all these other ones and all these they're buying up all the tickets, and then marking them way up, the scalpers.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You're ruining it for the average fan, you and I, who, let's face it, if we saw him on the street, we might go fanboy for like 2 minutes,
Oh, of
3
course.
minutes. But then once you got past the initial starstruck, like what happened to me, once you get past that initial, if the opportunity was to present itself to actually have have a real man-to-man conversation, person to person, human being to human being, just hey, how's your day going? Whatever. It doesn't have to be spiritual or deep. It just be like,
right.
Hey, what's on your agenda today? What are you
Right.
doing? Just to be like, whatever. We can't do that 9 times out of 10 because he's like any of those celebrities, like you said, they're on guard.
Yeah, they are. I mean, and it's understandable to a point, but like you said, it just makes it, I mean, and I get, these people, that's their job, whatever. They make a living like that. They can go about it a different way too and be a little more respectful about it as well. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar. And if you go up to these people and, Sly, I don't want to bother you. Let me just get 2 or 3 shots real quick. I'll be out of your way. But the problem is that and they try to irk them so that they retaliate or they show anger or they turn around, hey, get the F off me. And that's the picture that they wanted because that picture sells for $5,000 and the picture of him smiling, waving sells for $50.
Right. I just saw a picture of him and Jennifer, and I'm not quite sure where they were, but it was just the two of them. And Sly, he didn't look happy. I'm not gonna say he was mad or angry. He just didn't look happy,
Right.
And
but again, it's a snapshot in time. Okay.
Right. I mean,
I'm not smiling.
Did he just stub his toe? I mean,
or maybe he just was. I mean, first of all, I always used to joke because people say that to me. I look very scary. I look very mean if I'm not smiling. And I'm like, well, I don't walk around like the Joker. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to walk around smiling constantly 24/7.
Really looking at me.
Yeah. Then I'll be people, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah. Right.
So I kind of understand that. I mean, if you're just, walking, thinking about something, I mean, look at my face. I don't look very happy.
No.
And, that's what they shot, or maybe he was mad because the photographer didn't leave him alone.
Absolutely. But out of all the pictures you took, you put, like you just said, you put that one on because like, oh, Sly was mad because of this or that, or, you don't know what the heck's going on in the guy's
twisted
life.
into something. I'd lose it. I would be one of those celebrities that's always punching the photographers, getting myself in trouble.
I know, right?
I just couldn't deal with it.
Go all Clubber Lang on them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Well, I mean, we'll look. That's a great example. Look at that scene in that movie where he's talking. Come on, Clubber, take off your robe. Oh, pose for us. Give us some shots. He's trying to get in game mode.
Right.
He's about to go into this fight with the world champion. He doesn't want to be, hey, okay, I won't be in the same mode. And they don't get it. And then he flips out. So, one of the few times I sided with Clubber in that movie where I was like, yeah, you're right. I get it.
Yeah, you are right. You absolutely.
So, but then, that sells more than the norm. The smiling, posing one, that doesn't sell.
Yeah.
You know, it's the negativity, the anger. Oh, look what he did. Oh, look what they did. What's the backstory to all of that?
Yeah. Is there
Crazy.
trouble in paradise again?
Yeah,
Whatever,
exactly. Exactly.
making
And that's what
mountains out of
that's what they'll put in
molehills.
those things. It
Yeah.
amazes me that people still buy them.
Right. I mean, I see that and I'm like, or even on like Instagram or whatever, I'm like, oh geez, it just come on.
It's ridiculous. But they, you know, obviously they're still around. So they're
Yeah,
still making money. I mean, they're
right.
not, which surprises me, to be very honest, that magazines and newspapers still get printed.
Yeah, it's surprising in today's day and age, but
You know, I would think that it would have went the way of the payphone or the DVD player,
what's a
where
payphone, Tony?
exactly, exactly. I mean, think about it. They don't have to print paper. They don't have to print 1,000 copies that might not sell. Why
True.
wouldn't you just make it where you could just digitally make it and you buy what you want? But again, these people are running the business. I'm not.
Well, where would our
We could,
collectibles come from?
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We'd
Well,
have to
remember when
invest
Life
in.
magazine used to be like massive though?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
used to be huge compared to all the other magazines.
right, right. Yeah, I'm looking at the one over here and I was like, that ain't that big no more.
But the Rocky one?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I had
yeah.
that one as well. But it's not the big one.
No,
Like I
no.
said, Life used to be big.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That,
but
and then
you know,
National Geographics were small.
they were small.
And then there
They
was the
were.
Reader's Digest.
They were so tiny. That's another. I mean, those things. Like I can't believe they're still around. Reader's Digest. Oh my god.
Is that still in print?
I don't know what's still in print. I mean, what I know is what I see at the checkout line in the grocery store.
Okay,
I mean, I don't see. I mean, the grocery store has a magazine aisle,
right.
but I don't go look at it. Whatever I want to see, I go online.
Okay. I
You know?
didn't. I mean, I know that that's been around for a long, long
Oh
time.
yeah, very
You know,
long time.
that and the
Very.
Farmer's Almanac, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
been those
yeah,
have
they
got to
did.
be
But there's some people like my older daughters like that. Sophia won't buy because I used to tell her, I'm like, why don't you just get the Kindle books that you could read on your phone or read on your tablet? Nope. She wants a book that she holds, paper,
okay.
read
Hey,
it,
more
old
power to
fashioned
it.
way.
Some
You know?
people, they want like the feel or
Yeah.
the smell of the pages and the ink on the
Yeah.
page. Whatever nostalgia brings you. Like you're talking vinyl versus MP3. You know,
Yeah.
you know.
It's funny that they're going back to making vinyls again.
Yeah, right. Had we only known.
I went back in the garage and I have a Foot Locker in there. I got all this crap in there that I don't use because I don't have a record player anymore. And the girls both wanted a record player a few Christmases ago.
Okay.
And so they got to listen to, Bruce Springsteen and Bob Seger and Journey
Yeah.
and Elvis. And
Cigar.
I don't know what else I got in there. I have Rocky and Rocky 2.
You don't have them up in your wall?
No, I don't actually. I got to get frames for them.
Oh, I got
don't
them
have
up
them
on
on
my
the
wall.
Yeah.
I just put them up. I put the tacks just below and just above to hold it on the wall.
Oh, so yours isn't framed. It's just tacked on there. Okay.
Just tacked
Got it.
up. Yeah.
I saw they had record album frames that are the exact
Oh,
size of the album.
okay.
So, and they're not expensive. I saw them on Amazon. They were like 2 for $30 or some crap.
Oh, that's cheap.
So I'm going to get the 2 of them, and I'm going to put Rocky and Rocky 2, and then let's see if I do this right. There is Bill Conti's signed photo.
Okay.
I'm going to put that below the albums.
Oh, nice.
So I wanted to send him an album, but I was afraid I wouldn't get it back.
That's tough. I mean, if you can't make a duplicate of something,
Yeah,
or go without it, if you have to be willing to lose it,
I could have just
So
printed a picture of just the album cover. I guess that would have
you
worked too.
could have.
You
It
know,
would have definitely meant more to you if it
yeah,
was with Conti's signature on the
yeah,
album,
yeah.
So, yeah,
Especially
I
with
get
being
it.
the original album was just all black.
Yeah.
So he signed it in silver or something. It would have been nice.
Oh God, yeah.
But
That,
but
that would
hey, he sent that picture. I printed that picture up off the internet. It's him at the piano, and there's stacks of the Rocky album on the end of the
okay.
piano. So it's pretty cool that he sent it back and he signed it for me.
Yes. You know what? I've never told this to you, and not many people would know this. So back in sixth grade, fifth and sixth grade elementary school, right? You know, we had like mandatory is either chorus or band, or you remember
Mhm.
that? Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
When we were growing up and we said the pledge in school and,
yeah,
and all
yep,
that stuff, right?
yep.
So I did not want to sing, so I think my parents signed me up for band or whatever. So they put me as a trombone player, which I hated because this freaking thing was like the size of carrying an elephant, right? I'm always whacking everybody in the knees on the school bus. But to get to the chase, we played Rocky. That was
You
the
did.
first song we played. I swear to
Nice,
God, God swear to
nice.
God. The
That's
theme, yep,
awesome.
gonna fly. I remember bum 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 bum.
You slid
And
down.
man, it was so slow.
That's cool. Yeah,
But
but
I
you
swear,
did
I wish I had the sheet music from it. I wish I could remember how to play it. But
it. Yeah, I know. I remember we had the same thing. I did, but I had a trumpet though, and drums. I did
okay.
drums too for a little while.
Well, they said,
But
"Well, Rick, you've got fat lips, so you get to play the trombone." I'm like, "Screw you, Pally."
hey, at least it wasn't the tuba, right? I mean, that
Yeah,
tuba's,
right. Yeah.
that's massive.
Well, yeah,
So.
but then you wouldn't have had to bring that thing home. They left that at
Oh,
school.
really? Yeah, that's true. That's true. They could have left it there. I know
Yeah,
my younger one played the tuba for a little bit. She was half the size of the tuba.
I bet. I
Big
bet.
instrument.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that video on YouTube of Sly and the conductor of the orchestra for when they were doing the music for Balboa?
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, he's talking to the construct oh my goodness, talking to the conductor,
Okay.
and he was saying on how he wants it more intense. He's like, bum, 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 bum. And he's describing it to him. He's like, you got to remember something. A lot of these people are probably hearing this song for the first time because it's been
Oh,
so long. There's a
I
lot
can't even
of
imagine that.
younger generation people that haven't heard this song,
Right.
and he wanted the intensity to be there like it was when we saw it.
Sure.
I mean, I'll never forget seeing that scene when it cut to the training and the trumpets came on and he started running and everything. And it was a combination of like this orchestral music and kind of like pop music when it had a little rock guitar going, and then you had a chorus in there, gonna fly
Yep.
now. And it had everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I remember
Yeah.
that was on the radio constantly back then.
Yep. I
And but it
remember.
was pretty cool watching him kind of go through it and discuss it and what he wanted
Yeah.
of it.
I do remember when Balboa was just coming to the theaters and seeing, the commercials for the first time on TV, back then. And then was it E Entertainment? Is it the show?
I think so.
The
They had a
some-
channel that was
something like that. And
called
they're
Movie.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
I remember them saying, once again, we will hear the trumpets of the Rocky music. And I'm like, what? It just grabs your attention. And do you have the Balboa soundtrack?
I have well, I mean on DVD or MP3 or anything? Is that what you mean?
CD?
Not CD, no. No, I have it
Okay.
on I have it downloaded through Amazon.
Oh, okay. I have it on CD. That's what I work out to all the time. I
That
don't even
one.
change. That just I hit play.
I just made a playlist. I took because I have downloaded all of the movie soundtracks, and then I
Okay.
just created my own playlist because I'm not a big fan of the hip hop '90s Rocky Five. Go for it and
Right.
take it
Right.
back
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't want that on there when I'm training. I have mostly everything else though.
Well, I was just wondering, the very last song on the Balboa CD is like the new version of Gonna Fly Now with the girl singing. And it starts out as, "Hi, my name is Rocky Balboa." That one. You know the song I'm talking about?
Yes,
I
yes.
I love that version. I just love that version. For some reason, it just kind of gets me up and going too, with Hearts on Fire and all that. But just a good version.
I mean, it is. It's just, well, like you said, it's got everything. It's almost like a greatest hits of the whole saga.
Right, right. It pretty much is. With what's the oh uh Mafia 3,
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of it. What the heck's, yeah, I'm drawing a blank on him. It was Mason Dixon's walk up song.
Oh, the
And
fight. It's a fight.
yeah, it's a fight.
Yeah. So hit him with the left. Hit him with the
Yeah,
right.
that's a good one too. That's a real good one.
But yeah, it gets. I mean, my I have two different training lists when I go to the gym. I have the Rocky one, which that's all it is. Like I said, it's all the ones I put on. Like basically, I took the Rocky soundtrack and I took out like Philadelphia Morning, and I took out
Mhm.
Adrian and stuff like that. I just had left
Right,
the more intense ones on.
right.
Rocky 2, Rocky 3, same thing. And then the other list, I have all of the Rocky stuff, and and then other things like Journey, Separate Ways, and Van Halen,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Panama, and Motley Crue, and things like that are going to get me going.
yeah. There's a
That's
Carrie
all.
Underwood one that she sang that she talks about Rocky, fight like Rocky.
She
Um,
does.
yeah, that's a song. Champion. Oh God, I haven't heard it in a while, but you'll have to look it up. It's but fight like Rocky, and she also sings it with what the heck's his boy. I gotta start taking something from my memory. um,
I'm
is
not
there?
even going to get into that. Okay, it's called The Champion,
Yes, the champion.
and it's featuring Ludacris.
Yes, Ludacris. Thank you. From Fred
It makes me
Claus.
laugh about like somebody like her. Like, wasn't she like I don't really know much about her.
Okay.
But I know she's like a country artist mostly, right?
Yeah.
And then it always makes me laugh when they try to cross over into these genres. Like what are you doing something with a hip hop guy? Like, how does country and hip hop,
Right.
oil and vinegar? Like, what do you got going? Oil and water. I mean, what are you doing there?
But I'm going to tell
Uh,
you though, play it, you'll like it. It's
yeah,
a good. It's a good workout song. Definitely,
let's
you'll
see.
like it.
We'll put a little bit on right now while we're talking.
Okay. It'll get you going. It'll get you going.
Well,
Um.
there's a lot of other songs out. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Right there.
There you go.
I'm a
Fighter like
fighter like
Rocky.
Rocky. Yep. Yep.
Well,
It just.
the new Barbie movie that just came out.
Uh
My daughter's told me that there's a scene where, and I'm sure I'm not giving any plot details away for Barbie,
huh. I saw. I
but
saw.
there's a scene where Ken's going into some office or something or other, and I don't really know the whole story behind the scene, but supposedly he walks into the office and on the wall there's pictures of these like actors, like headshots, and there's
Okay.
one of Stallone and a tiger.
Oh, I don't. Did I? No, we saw it, but I don't remember if I
Oh, you
picked
saw
that.
Barbie?
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't very.
It wasn't Dancing Queen by ABBA. It wasn't.
No. Oh well.
Well, I
Hey,
saw Oppenheimer. I saw the other half, so
Oppenheimer. I don't. I've heard of it. I don't know what that one. I've heard it was supposed to be really good. I don't know anything about it.
it was good. I mean, it's about Oppenheimer who created the atom bomb. I mean, so it's not like it's a
Oh.
you know,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
mean, it was good. It was a good story. It was a little long, but it was good. But yeah, supposedly that was it. I don't know what scene she's talking about. They go into Ken goes into some office, and then supposedly the director, Greta Gerwig, I think her name
Oh. Okay.
um, is a big Sly Stallone fan,
Oh.
and wants to have Sly in Barbie 2.
No. No kidding.
That's what she said. That's my dream is to have Sly and Barbie too.
Hmm.
So Sly, get a little pink robe on or something,
I
little
know.
pink boxer shorts,
Yeah, he'll pull it off no matter what he does, right?
pink tank top, go in the gym, whatever. Boom, boom.
Oh, so I got a
Hey,
question. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go.
So, like I told you earlier, today was a pretty. After we got home, it's been pretty crappy out. Severe thunderstorms, tornado watches, the whole 9 yards.
Mm.
So I sat down and watched Jaws again for the first time in quite some time.
Oh,
Um,
love it.
and the original scare was still there, you know.
Oh, I know.
And it's amazing how little. I mean, we've talked about this to great lengths, but it's amazing how little you actually do see of the shark.
Yeah.
But that's not even my question. Is when Quint is talking to Brody and I'm going to say Dreyfus
Hooper.
because I can't think of Hooper. Thank you. In the boat, and it's evening or dawn or dusk. And he's telling him about that he was on the crew that delivered the bomb, and it
Mm-hmm.
was such a secret mission that no
Yeah.
one knew.
Yeah.
And 1,100 men went into the ocean, and 315 came home.
Right.
Is there any truth to that? And I'm going to plead ignorant because I'm not a big history person like that. But
No, I mean, I don't know how exact it is, but it is a true story.
okay,
The USS Indianapolis. Yeah.
yes, Indianapolis.
That's a true story. I don't know as far as the numbers and the exact authenticity of what he said. I
Okay,
don't know if it was traumatized, and I didn't really look into it, but I do know I read that it was a true story that happened. Um, I don't know like why they put it in there. I don't recall seeing why Spielberg wanted it in there. Um, and come to think of it, I don't remember. I read the book a long time ago.
okay,
I read the book after the movie came out. I didn't even know I was young when the movie came out. I didn't
okay.
even know there was a book. And then after the movie came out and became very successful, uh, they made Jaws 2 like 2 years later, give or take. I think Jaws 2 was like 78 and Jaws was 75 or whatever. Jaws was 75, I know that. And Jaws 2, I think, was 78 or 77, something along those lines. That was around the time that I read Jaws.
Okay.
And I read it then. And then I read it again later on when I was in my early 20s. The reason I'm even bringing all this up is because I don't recall if that scene was in the book. I
Okay.
don't remember. I honestly don't even know if it was or if it wasn't.
Well, I just
So
was curious if there was like a connection from Spielberg to that scene, or
no, I mean,
or
it seems like between everything Spielberg has done, with Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List and Band of Brothers, and he has a very close connection to the World War II history and that stuff. So that might be why. He
okay.
was kind of taken by that. Maybe he saw Quint being that type of guy where he would have been on the ship, and stuff, and didn't really want to talk about it, but did.
Boy, that was, I mean, 75, and here it is, 23, and just as powerful today watching that scene. I mean, the whole movie itself, but just that in that scene and the way he brought that through, I was just like, wow, you know,
Oh yeah, the way he says it, the way he gives that whole monologue or speech or
yeah,
whatever you want to call it. It was like there was all kinds of stuff going on. They're laughing, they're doing this, doing that, and they remember they were comparing the scars,
yes,
and they were laughing, and Hooper's like, right here, Mary Moffat, she broke my heart, and he's
yeah,
laughing, and and then Brody's like, what's that there? And that's when he brought up that scar was because of the Indianapolis.
yeah.
And then everything got very calm and very serious, and everybody's listening. And it's a great, great story. Like I said, I do know it was true. I don't recall the numbers. I don't know if it was 1,100 is true, if it's 900. And then the sharks did take a lot of them, but they did deliver the bomb, and it was a secret mission that nobody knew.
And
But
the way that the monologue or the dialogue went was that it was like several days. Again, we don't know how accurate the information is from the movie,
right,
but in the movie, he said it was like several days before a boat actually spotted them.
right.
And what really got me, and here you are, we're talking about a movie from 75, was he's like, the most scared I ever was waiting to get on the ship,
Waiting his turn. Yeah.
waiting his turn.
Well, think
You can
about that.
feel that. I can
Yeah,
feel
think
that.
about that. You're sitting there. Your safety is this far away, and what if boom, they come and get you?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like cliffhanger with the girl in the beginning. Oof.
yeah. I just looked up here to see if there's any accuracy things that we should know about. And it does say that the USS Indianapolis, 1945, a real event in American history. Many who survived were killed or injured by sharks. Whoops, go away. We're stranded in the water. Quint story is historically accurate.
No
Several
kidding.
details were either mistaken or exaggerated for dramatic effect in the film, but for the most part, Quint tells the real tragedy of the horrifying mass shark attack and the greatest loss of life event at sea for the U.S. Navy. So there you go.
Crazy.
There you go.
Just a very
And
powerful scene.
yeah, it does say here that the ship, 1,195 men, transporting parts of the bomb that would later be dropped on Hiroshima. The ship sunk in 12 minutes. Wow, 12 minutes.
Wow, that's fast.
Damn. And then, it said 316 men were pulled out of the water by a pilot who spotted them a few days later. So, yeah, they were in that water day and night for a few days.
Oh, God. It just
Crazy.
gives me the chills.
I'm sure many of them died of starvation and hypothermia and stuff like that, and the sharks ate them anyway.
Right.
But man, crazy.
Well, it's like we said, those movies, no matter what their age, when they came out, whatever, they have that lasting effect. Even in today's day and age, Jaws and Rocky, and they're good movies. That's good stuff.
Well, yeah, anything that stands the test of time does so for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, things that aren't good just aren't going to last. It's that simple.
No.
They're really not. Whether it's a song, it's a book, it's a story, a movie, TV, whatever. I mean, look at TV shows. All right, we joked around, we put Seinfeld on, and we laughed. That show's 30 years old. They just renewed it at Netflix for $1 gazillion for Netflix to own the rights to have it for 10 years.
No
You think they're
kidding.
going to dish out that kind of money if people weren't still watching it?
Right.
Yeah. My daughter's got a Seinfeld trivia game in her college dorm.
No kidding.
Yeah. I mean, now granted, why? Because Gina and I watched it. So, what's that? She wants to watch. But in the same respect, she wouldn't continue watching it if it wasn't good.
True.
I mean, if we put a movie on and she's like, Dad, that's kind of stunk. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Okay. But then if she watches it and it gains her interest, it's good. She's going to hold on to that.
Right. And then, it really meant something when after she becomes an adult.
Right.
And still continuing.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, some of these shows that are in syndication, like, I can think of a handful, Happy Days, Friends, Cheers. There's, like you said, stand the test of time no matter what.
Yeah, it's good for a reason. Like here's a very funny thing. I know we're close to wrapping it up. I'll keep this really quick. Yes, MASH is another perfect example. I mean, when Gina and I first met, I was working nights, and I used to go. This is before we lived together, before we were dating and stuff. We were dating. We weren't married. And I used to go to her house after work, and every single time I got there, when the honeymooners were on, As soon
Okay.
as I got now that show came out in 1956.
Right.
I was watching it with her around 1993, so it's approximately say 25 years, approximately, right? 50. I'm sorry, 35 years. I apologize. Now we watch Seinfeld before we go to sleep at night. Just to have a little something on it, just to get. And Seinfeld was like 33 years ago.
Right.
But it goes. It's like if I put I Love Lucy on, my younger daughter Ava,
Yeah.
she laughs her butt about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good writing. It's good acting. It's good comedic stuff. If it's good, it's good. It's not going to last if it's not good. And there are some things that people like out of sentimental reasons.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies is The Cannonball Run with Burt Reynolds.
Oh my God.
I
love Dom DeLuise. I love Dom DeLuise.
Utter ridiculous joke. I mean, it's not a good film. It's not well written. It's just, but I love it. I love everything about it. I love Dom DeLuise in it. I love all the other, Dean Martin and everybody. They're just having fun. I remember it from a time when I was a lot younger. I was like 15 or something, seeing it in the theater. So those kind of things are going to attach to you just because that's something that you have sentimentality for.
Yeah.
But
when Bert and Dom started laughing, especially together, with Bert's laughing and Dom's laugh,
you're going to get a slap.
Yeah.
You're going to get a slap.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, that's like wet your pants type stuff.
It's sad that the majority of that cast is gone now. You got Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Farrah Fawcett, Roger Moore, Dom DeLuise, Burt Reynolds. They're all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting up there, my friend. Getting up there. All of our childhood movie TV people, they're all like in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah. Isn't it strange? Like we were just talking about, we grew up watching MASH, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, Cheers. And now these are all 30 plus years old. Yeah. And we're watching them again.
Yep.
And it's mainstay TV, mainstay stuff that people still love.
Yep. Exactly. Well, see, I told you we could fill 45 minutes. 45 minutes for a show.
I ordered a beer. I ordered a beer about 45 minutes ago. I never got it. I'm never coming back to this place again, Tony.
It's ridiculous.
The service sucks.
All righty, my friend. Don't worry, guys. I don't think we'll do the show about nothing topic a lot.
No.
We'll have to get some feedback.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some feedback how much they liked or disliked or whatever.
True.
Like, it was funny, but keep to a topic. So, but we'll sign off. Next week, we'll have a topic.
Yes, we will.
We will. Thanks for watching again.
Yes,
go to Rick if you want anything. T-shirts, hats. You know the routine.
$1 million. I don't
$1 million. Yeah, that's it.
I can print you some.
Right?
I'm only kidding. IRS.
All right,
everybody. Have a great week.
Yep, you too. We'll see you, everybody. Thanks for watching.